All of the grants and stuff go to repay the fire department.
That's
The
interesting. Tell us about that.
emergency services, the power companies, they don't go to individuals. That's a
Okay.
completely separate program. And
Okay.
primarily it's a voucher system where you can borrow money from FEMA and you have to pay it back.
So, what was the story going around about uh, everybody was going to get $750, but those were loans? Was that the question here is, was that coming from FEMA or is that straight government?
That's coming from I don't know where,
Okay.
because a lot of it, the federal government says you have this amount of money, and everybody goes, well, there's so many people, so let's divide that by the number of people, and that's how much they should get.
Kamala's magic money biscuit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got it.
it actually, when a disaster happens, we set up a building full of tables. Everybody sits down, figures up how much they need and how much we can give them. And there are limits, but it varies
There has to be limits.
case to case.
Yeah.
Now,
You have
when
to
you
vet
say
this out
everybody sits
completely
down,
case
who is
by
everybody?
case.
Yeah.
And we have people that come in to do that. That's
So
not
when you
that's not
say
the
everybody
emergency
sits down
management.
to figure out what they need,
Yeah.
who is the everybody in that equation? Who sits down across the table from you? Are we talking county supervisors? Are we talking individuals? What?
That would be a FEMA worker specifically to work out what type of loan you need and work out
Who is the
finances
you in
with
that
you.
equation is what I'm getting at, though. Who is recipient?
Oh, who is the recipient? Anybody who shows up.
Like anybody, Joe Blow.
Yeah, Joe Blow walks in there and says, my business was blown away. And they say, well, prove it. What business did you have? Where were you? Justify
The
yourself.
whole goddamn town is gone. Not to put too fine a point on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what kind of building did you have?
Okay. No, your questions make sense. I've experienced that as well. We went through that process during the floods in Korea and then the tsunami in Thailand. I wasn't part of the one in Thailand, but I saw all of the crap because I had to redirect on an RSO and I. We had to send a bunch of people there. So yeah, I get that. That makes a lot of sense. But what do you do in a situation where an area is obviously just gone?
We go in, search and rescue, tag buildings as far as what's been covered, what hasn't, denote damages, photograph everything, document everything, and then file reports.
Been there, done that.
Oh yeah, the government filing reports? No, it doesn't do that ever.
All they did was file reports.
Yeah.
And they try to streamline it with this web page, and it works to a point. But we're also we try to get water to people, and it's not just we need water. We need potable water. We need water that's not going to come with a hidden fee on it.
So water is obviously a critical resource, and I will tell you right now that when you see the images of piles of bottled water, that's almost meaningless in a situation like that. The first thing you have to do is get the water back running or get filtration systems in there of some kind. Obviously, somebody at FEMA must understand that. Can you speak to that at all? That's like number one critical. I don't care about electricity. No water, no life.
Yeah.
We don't come in there and take over the water company's business.
The water company's gone.
The water company has to come in and take care of their business. And so we're there to support with other water companies, employees that can come into an area and start helping plumbing and rebuilding the system that was there or replacing what was there.
In this particular case, much of the area is rural and most of the people are going to have wells. My farm has wells. How do you help anybody in that situation?
In that case, you should have had insurance to cover the well so that when it's gone, you can replace it.
I'm talking about in the immediate. They've got no water at all in the
We would bring
rural
water bottles in and water buffaloes.
Okay.
I'm trying to get a perspective on what the scope is here, because
Yeah,
it's
because-
obviously critical.
Yeah, and you
immediately.
said the insurance companies. I mean, that's a
months.
90-day process.
Well,
Okay.
that's a big thing. Is a lot of people think FEMA is their insurance.
Uh-huh.
It's not,
Why do they have that impression?
because they don't understand that it's private property.
What is private property?
Your land is private property.
Okay.
So I'm restricted on what I can do on your land. If I walk onto your land and a building is knocked down, I can go in there and search it under the guise of searching for maybe a body in there or a live person I can rescue.
Uh-huh.
But beyond that, I'm restricted and not allowed on your property unless you give me permission to come on your property.
Okay, so that's a useful piece of information.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good right there.
What?
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.